Alright, and welcome. This is my O2 Explorer 4x4. It's got all limited edition. Anyway, so the problem is my interior light doesn't come on when I open the door. So I'm gonna open the door. I've got no dome light. Now I've already know that my light actually does work, but it's not coming on when it's supposed to. I know it's not the door ajar thing that normally would be an indication of a bad switch inside of the door, because I've already had that problem where the door ajar switch would stay on and the car would not alarm and arm properly. So in this case, what I'm doing is if I were to hit the lock, I am getting my verified armed, but when you do unlock with most of these cars, this dome light's supposed to come on. And I've got nothing. So the front one's not coming on, and the one in the back is also not coming on. In addition to that, of course, as I open the door, as I showed you earlier, no light. My next step is to go into the fuse box, which the fuse box is way under here. Now, for me to access it, I've already pressed the emergency brake pedal down to give me a little bit more clearance. But let's see if we can get under here. So, there's my fuse panel, interior fuse box. Now, with this fuse box, we can kind of look and see which one of these might be bad, which one of them might need to be changed out or anything like that. I've already done that check. Didn't make a difference. So on top of this fuse box is a series of relays, one of which goes to the delay lights. So I'm going to try that as my next step, basically. So I'm going to start out by removing my two screws. One is here, the other one is here. This panel will pull out. The release for the e-brake has two screws. I'm going to pull that out. Underneath there's more, so we're going to have at it. So first I'm going to go ahead and release this panel here. Sorry about the focus, guys. Alright, so got myself set up. I'm going to remove these two. This is a 9/32, so 9/32 I'm using the small with an extension. So let's go ahead and get that out of there. I've already kind of loosened it up. So that's one screw. Gonna do the other one. Alright, so basically this kind of pulls out a little bit. Once you get that kind of leverage, then you can just kind of pull it straight, because it's basically tabs that hold it into place like that. And the other side, very carefully, very slowly, take your time. You don't want to break those tabs and clips, because then you have to end up buying another one, or have one hanging really awkwardly loose down below. Hard to do with one hand, of course. You can also get in there with a little pry tool, as you can see right up in there. See if we can get that focus there. Right in there, come on. There we go. As you can see, that's the little tab that holds it. So you got one on each side, so we're just gonna pull around it to give ourselves a little reinforcement and pull that out. So, tab in here. The clip part of the tab stayed behind for this one, and a tab in here. So as you see, it's got the 3 tabs on it. So it's got this one, second one, and the third one, which goes right over there. So that's the tabs. Alright, so now I've gotten to this stage, I can see a little bit better underneath. Next, I'm going to go ahead and remove these two, so I can drop this out of the way. And then underneath, I have a little bit more access to get to the fuse panel. Alright, I've already removed the one here and the one here, and this simply just pushes back slightly, and then you can pull it forward to drop it out of the way. So it's a little twist piece. It's a little bracket that holds it up. Simple enough, right? 2 screws. All right, next, gonna get up in there. Now this gives me a lot easier access. You can see the fuses. See if I can get a focus for you guys. Nope, doesn't want to focus. No problem, I'll put it on manual. So I can see those fuses now. And like I said, you're gonna check the fuses first before you proceed to the other parts of it. So now I'm gonna go over, see right there, I'm gonna remove those 2. This one and this one. Now both of those, and then once again I'm going to show you how to get to it. Basically it's inside going up, so you're going to use the small socket or an open end, and you're going to get to that one right in there that I'm tapping on. Going to try to get that out, and that'll allow you to drop your whole fuse box. Alright, so I've removed the 2 bolts that are on the side. Over here you can see the brackets now kind of hanging down. That's nice. And I have also removed the one. Let's see if I can get you a better angle. Basically that's up in there on that wall. So I removed those 2 plus this one. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove this so that I can get these wires not to hold on, which will help prevent me from getting more clearance. So I'll remove this connector, and that's going to be a simple 10mm and socket connector. So that's just easy enough to undo, and it pretty much just holds on into place. Let's get some more leverage on it. Also, what I recommend is there's a switch right here that normally has this little plastic connector attached to it. Go ahead and take that off. So this plastic connector, let me get my hands out the way, goes on here like that. Okay, go ahead and take that off. Remember to connect it back on. That's the switch to let the system know that your e-brake is engaged. So you're going to move that away so that you can get a straight down drop once you get everything taken off. Alright, so basically once you've loosened this up enough, it just pulls straight out. Easier for you because you'll have 2 hands as opposed to mine. Let's try switching to my right hand. There you go. So it just pulls straight out like that and plugs in easy enough. The screw is here, so it holds onto that bracket. So we're going to move that out of our way to give ourselves a little bit more clearance. There's also some more pieces here, connectors that you can disconnect. If you need to take it all the way out, go ahead and you can basically push the tab in on the side to squeeze and pull it out, and on the other back side of here, same thing. To release, I'm going to go ahead and release this one on the back end, and then I'm going to release this one on the front end if I can do it with one hand. Yes, alright. That's all about just access gain and clearance to be able to get this out. So let's see if we can drop this down now. If I remember correctly, there's still some connectors on the back end as well. If you have any accessories, like this one had a, I don't know, some kind of alarm or something wire there, that little red and black. So I'm just going to move that out of the way so we don't get stuck in there. There we go, just move it out in the way in the front. So I'm basically just kind of pulling this forward and then down. Forward and then down. Now it's opened up all the way for me. It looks nice. Okay. Now I'm able to drop it. And there's my relays. Now the relay that I'm going to be working with is going to be number 3 here. So I'm going to take that out and replace it and see if I get my system working the way I want to. I hope that fixes it. Otherwise, folks, that's how you get to your fuse box, to take it out in order to check relays that are underneath or needing to change that out or anything like that. So a few things to take apart. Assembly is reverse of removal. I'll probably have more stuff on this O2, so subscribe.